What up, Leaguers? Welcome to the Spectacular Spoiler League. I'm the Pandan Superman, the mayor of Hype City, HazyRome, and as always, I'm joined by the Gotham Knight, the Prime Minister of Post-Production, DeepBoyce. And today we are here to talk about the Runaways, episode 1 through episode 3. And we are going to be talking about some power rankings here, people. We're going to be ranking the top 3 characters from these 3 episodes, and we're going to be naming our top 3 bum asses from these 3 episodes. Now, we're hoping to make this a weekly thing, but that all depends on you guys and the support you throw to this video. So, if you like what you're about to hear, hit us with a subscribe, hit that little bell icon to turn on notifications, and drop us a like to help this video get out there. But that being said, DeepBoyce, the Runaways is live, it's lit, and we're talking about some characters, man. Let's do it.
Only on Hulu. Like you said,
Hulu.
Episodes 1 through 3. Episode 1, Reunion. Episode 2, Rewind. Episode 3, Destiny. So let's get right to it. Number 3.
Number 3, DeepBoyce, what you got?
Number 3 on my list here is the young lady Molly Hernandez.
Okay.
Youngest member of the Runaways.
Yes.
Out there having some, encounters with puberty. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, her powers are developing. At the same time, she's got to keep up with the rest of the team because she's the youngest. And she got some super villainous parents out there trying to get at her. And that's the reason why she made it on my list. Because, again, you got to watch the episode. I'm not going to get into the specifics. But one of the parents, Alex Wilder's mom, is trying to get at Molly Hernandez. And I was surprised by how she kind of kept her composure and tried to make her way out of the situation. Sure. Even though, her powers got the best of her, she's still trying to get a handle on what it is that's going on with her body. Every time she does any type of feat of strength, she kind of passes out. But hey, you would expect her, given what you saw in the first 2 episodes, that she would have botched that whole thing and she would have, ratted out her friends, or she would have blown up the whole operation. But she actually kept her cool and came up with a decent alibi. So
yeah. I mean, Alex's mom, Miss Wilder, she was grilling her pretty hard, and that was a good swerve on her part. That was a good swerve on Molly's part. Like, I didn't expect that, man. But that's your number 3, DeepBoyce.
Yes.
Okay, we're doing separate lists here, everybody. So my number 3 is actually Victor Stein, played by James Marsters. Now, James Marsters, whenever he plays a villain, the presence he brings is always on point. And like, all the members, don't get me wrong, all the members of the Pride are villainous in their own ways. Or I guess let's say this: they seem antagonistic in their own ways. Now, some a little bit more than others. And then you have Victor Stein, who just seems like, honestly, the worst of the bunch. Like, he's an asshole. It's clearly alluded that he put his hands on his son, Chase. He's probably, abused him at some point. He's verbally abusive to his wife, Janet Stein. More on her later. But I just love the presence that he brings. I just love the fact that when Jeffrey Wilder is voicing his concerns in, episodes 1 and 2 episode 2, about what they're doing and them, whatever the ceremony is that they're doing with, the girl Destiny. And, everybody's kind of talking out, and he just looks at everybody. He's like, to the Pride. It's just like, yo, whatever. He's like, yo, can we move on now? Like, can we get on with it? Yeah. I just love he's just a scumbag, and he just embraces that, man. And normally I'd make him a bum ass, because I'm like, man, get your scumbag ass out of here. Treat your family right. But it's the villainy that you need when you got somebody you're going up against. And I'm sure there's gonna be some more layers to him where we understand maybe why he's doing what he's doing a little bit more as the season progresses. But a fantastic, like James Marsters, once again, I love what he brings to the table whenever he's in a show. So dope stuff. What do you got for number 2, DeepBoyce?
Number 2 is another member of the Runaways. I guess that's what the team's called. And that's Chase Stein. Okay. The son of Victor Stein, correct?
Yes, the son of Victor Stein. He's also my number 2, so we'll talk about him simultaneously.
Yeah, I put him on the list at number 2, particularly for what he did towards the end of the first episode, Reunion. There was a whole situation. It was going to go south real quick with Carolina and some of his, I guess, quote-unquote friends, some of his jock friends. But he comes in, gives them a 2-piece, pop-pop! Left and right, uppercut.
He whooped that ass too. Like they was bleeding.
Whipped that ass, and it was odd because they posted this on social media. They were like, man, look at, they posted like their whole face and they were all bloodied and bruised up and everything. And they were just like, oh, Chase Steiner's dead, bro.
Bros over hoes.
But, you know,
like busted nose over hoes. Y'all just got your asses handed to you.
And obviously there's more to him than his jock exterior where he's portrayed as a bit of a jerk, but he actually has a conscience here. A conscience. I can't even say that word properly. I'm so appalled about what was about to go down in that episode, but he's definitely on my top three, number 2 in the top 3. He's holding it down.
Yeah, man. I mean, Chase Stein, for me, he has some of the best lines in the first 3 episodes. You know, like... like when he's talking to Gert in episode 3, because Gert has, you know, used these X-ray goggles to see him naked, and you know he says to Gert like, "Yo, you literally saw my dick." Like I was just cracking up, man. Like he just every time he curses, you know, it's just hilarious because he's just got these quips, man. He's got these one-liners that just deliver so well, and I would say, you know, next to my number 1, he's probably, and I think it might be your number 1 too, if I read your brainwaves correctly. I think he's one of the most charismatic members introduced so far to the Runaways. But DeepBoyce, number 1, the creme de la creme of our list. Okay, he's our 3rd person, but he's number 1. Who you got, DeepBoyce?
Number 1 is actually Alex Wilder.
That's my number 1. See, I told you. See, I sensed it, man.
Yeah, we got that. We got that rapport going on here. We got that.
Yeah, man. It all starts with Alex Wilder, man.
Telepathic ping pong here. We're on the same page with our mental brainwaves. But, I mean, listen, this wouldn't have been possible were it not for Alex Wilder, who is, I guess, the mastermind. He's the architect, so to speak, of this team and of basically them just trying to get together and finding out what the heck is up. What's going on?
What the Pride is up to.
Yeah, what is the Pride up to? And like you said, him alongside Chase Stein, one of the more charismatic characters on the show. I mean, most of them are pretty charismatic. Most of them are pretty likable. But Alex Wilder, just the way he's able to, just the relationship he has with all the characters, obviously his intelligence and just his common sense is makes the show extremely interesting. Like whenever he's on, is rather interesting. I want to see exactly what it is he's getting up to.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually started reading the Runaways comic side by side with watching the show, which is it kind of gives me an interesting sort of perspective on Alex Wilder. And, you know, having read the first issue of Runaways, comparing it to the first episode at least of the Runaways, like it paints Alex as, you know, sort of this sympathetic character in the show and someone who truly loves his friends. Yeah. You know, in the comics, he's sort of indifferent towards them, but in this, I just love that layer of emotional attachment to his friends. You know, particularly Nico, but definitely, you know, all the other friends. Him trying to bring them together, and you know, them all going through the death of Nico's sister Amy in different ways. Yeah. And I just thought that Alex bringing the group together sort of added character. And sort of, it almost added a dose of character that we didn't see from these other Runaways by adding him to the picture and bringing them all back together. And, you know, just him assembling that squad and sort of being the one to think quickly on their feet. I was like, Alex holding it down. Also, shout out to Alex going for the goal, man. Shooting his shot like Steph Curry.
Word.
Okay. Going for the kiss, man. Didn't prolong it. None of this teen angst don't they? He was like, yo, I want to go for the gold. I'm going for the gold. And, you know, Alex Wilder, man, you know, shout outs to him for doing his thing. But DeepBoyce.
Yes.
It is time to talk about some bum assery. We talking about the triggity trash of the Runaways. We talking about the people that just ain't doing the right thing, man.
Yep.
Who do you got as your number 3 for your bum asses? Your top 3 bum asses. Who you got for number 3?
At number 3, I got Vaughn. He's such a bum ass. He doesn't even have a last name. His name is just Vaughn. He's Leslie Dean's assistant at the Church of Gibberim or Gibberish, whatever that church is called. The Church of Gibberish.
The Church of Jabroni. The Church of I think it's Gibborim?
Yeah, it's Gibborim. But I think from here on out, I'm going to call it the Church of Gibberish.
Yeah, there we go.
They're pushing some nonsense, some straight up gibberish out there.
Oh yeah.
But he is, I guess, her lackey or her assistant, who is always just around checking to make sure that people are following the rules, making sure that people aren't going where they're supposed to be going. And I don't know how old he is in comparison to Leslie Dean's daughter, Carolina. But it almost seems like he's trying to make a pass at her, or just trying to.
He seemed like he was trying to kick it.
Yeah, he was trying to kick it to her, but she was not having it at all. Like it was almost as if she teleported her essence across the galaxy. Like she wasn't even there. Like it wasn't even. It was like it wasn't bad enough that she didn't listen to this guy. How hard she ignored him. It was like, I'm going to escape space and time right now. I'm gonna curve this guy hard body.
She just wasn't there. Like her mind wasn't there while he was talking to her.
It just wasn't there. She was staring at some painting of something like Wilson Fisk and Daredevil. And and Vaughn, again, he was trying to shoot a shot. He wasn't as lucky as he wasn't as successful as Alex. Yeah. But I give him credit, and he's not number one bum ass on this list because he knew how to cut it short. He just cut his losses, and he was like, "I'm out." He just disappeared, up and left.
He just bounced. He just walked away.
Yeah,
it's not working.
he did the Looney Tunes where it was just like, and it just disappeared, and it was just a dust cloud that was left. Like that's how fast he left.
I mean, that's a good one, man. I didn't even think of that one. Man. I mean, it definitely was an awkward situation when he was trying to holler at her, and she was just like, I'm looking at this painting because there's a lot of colors, and it's reminding me of what happened to my hands, and that actually might be something that we see later on in the series that comes into play. Like, I think that picture has a lot more meaning in terms of Carolina's origins and whatnot. So, but good stuff, man. That was a good one, man. My number 3, okay. All right. Well, the way we do this list is we think to ourselves, it's a person, place, or thing that can make any one of these top 5 characters or top 3 characters or top 3 bummasters. My number 3, DeepBoyce, is the snow in Nico's mom's room. So Miss Minoru. Okay, she has I forget what the wand is called, but she has the magical wand. Okay, and Nico accidentally makes it snow in her mom's office. Right, she calls Alex Waldo over to the house to help her clean it up. These kids clean up this snow in no less than like 15 minutes, bro. And I'm like, there's no way, being from New York City. See, these are LA kids, okay? Yeah. They don't know that I know this, but there ain't no way you're going to be able to clean up snow that damn fast, brother. No. There's going to be mad precipitation in that office. Yeah. So don't be coming out of here pretending like, oh, we clean up the snow and there's no wetness on the desk, no wetness on the floor. They just had a couple towels in a bucket. No damn way. Don't believe it. Don't buy it. That snow was some bullshit. I mean, number 3 on my list. The Staff of One is what it's called, by the way. The Staff of One.
If that snow were in New York City, if this show took place in New York City, that snow would have stayed in her room for about a week and it would have turned all black and just muddy and disgusting.
There ain't no way she got books and stuff. Like, it would be one thing if it was like an empty room with just that glass case. Fine. But I'm like, you got desks, you got chairs, you got books. Like, you saw the snow. They even zoomed in on how the snow was accumulating places. Ain't no way you're going to be cleaning that up without somebody noticing. You know what I'm saying? I know Alex had the blow dryer, but that was a good amount of snow in there. Okay? Yeah. So let's get that out of here, man. We ain't buying that snow. That snow, Nico, Alex, you clean it up. That's some bummassery. All of that is bummassery. DeepBoyce, number 2.
Number 2
bummass. Who you got?
Number 2 bummass on my list is Robert Minoru.
Ooh, okay.
The father of Nico Minoru. Okay. I mean, he was having a rather lovely dinner. And him and his wife haven't gone out in forever. And his wife pulls some pretty smooth moves on him in that dinner. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? I was like, damn.
Bro, that ain't even my wife in my head nearly exploded with you. She pulled off her drawers, man, and put it on the table like, yo, these panties is yours if you want it. Like, damn, my man was like, oh. I can't do this. He's like, 2 years of you shutting me out. I can't just hop back in. I was like, you can't? I was like, I can. Miss Manu, call me.
I was like, bro, if you're going to be a scumbag, at least do it correctly. Could have had a 2-for-1 that night. What the heck, man? Messing up.
More on that later, because I got to talk about that too. I got to talk about that too. But that's a good one. That's a good one, man. But my number two is And this person made your list. Okay, my number 2 is Molly Hernandez, and I'm sorry, but Molly Hernandez. I know you're trying to get away from Alex Wilder's mom. I get that. I get that you're trying to get away from her. But you destroyed a public bathroom. She just ripped the toilet seat out, ripped the freaking bars off the window, and jumped out like, oh, nothing happened. Then took a nap afterwards. I'm like, and you locked out all those other people who were trying to use the bathroom by locking the door. I was like, damn, Molly, you over here causing a mess. Like, she wrecked that bathroom.
She did.
Like, damn, I was like, you couldn't have just darted the other way? You couldn't have shown. Just, I don't know, man, be a little more smooth about it. I was like, damn, she just screwed up the whole bathroom, man. So she's number 2 on my bum ass list for that. Because I'm saying to myself, yo, damn, if I needed to pee and I couldn't go to the bathroom because of her ass, I'd be upset.
True.
Okay. DeepBoyce, who's your number 1?
Number 1, by a large margin. I don't even know these characters' names, but they're Chase's quote-unquote friends trying to take advantage of Carolina at the party.
Yeah. That's fair. That's a good one.
I mean, there's really, how much is there to say? There's not much to say here. They were clearly in the wrong. They got the asses kicked. They should have got the ass kicked even worse.
Yeah, she got their front teeth kicked in for that.
Exactly. And then on top of that, they're out here posting pictures of themselves after getting beat up.
Yeah, that's a bum-ass move.
Like, oh, Chase, man, we're coming after you, bro. Next time we see you, you're dead.
I don't know no dudes who are gonna post a selfie of them getting their ass beat. Talking about, yo, this person, when I get my hands on them, dead. First of all, like, if something does happen to Chase, like, that's on social media. Yeah. So if Chase wanted to, like, press charges against you, that's pretty stupid. Kids are getting caught, like, left and right for doing stuff on social media nowadays. So that's pretty dumb on your part, guys. Secondly, you can't be taking advantage of no girls, man. You can't take advantage of anybody. It doesn't matter if it's a girl or a guy or anybody else. That's just wrong. So they got their ass beat, as I said earlier, and rightfully so. Yeah. But my number 1. See, I trusted you to put that as your number 1, DeepBoyce, because you're DeepBoyce. I knew you were going to see that. I only got 3 spots, man. That snow had to be on my list. All right. So my number 1, okay, shared spot, Robert Minoru and Janet Stein. See?
Bon. You
put Robert Minoru on there because, you know, wife, you know, gave him the pennies, and he was like, I can't do this. But then my man goes and cheats with this married woman, buys a whole apartment, and he's like, yo, I'm ready to start my life with you type of stuff. I'm like, son, Victor Stein is gonna kill you, man. Victor Stein, I know Victor Stein is abusive, man, but once you win it, you end it, man. Yeah. You ain't got, like, you can't be out here creeping and cheating, man. What about your kids, man? What about your kids' lives, man? You got 2 kids that are going to be deeply affected by this, man. And I knew it from the moment Robert was like, oh, did you do something with your hair? I was like, oh, he's smashing. He's smashing. Dastardly stuff right there that, listen, it's sympathetic because, for lack of a better way to say it, like, his wife and Janet's husband, they probably the 2 coldest characters so far. The coldest members of the Pride. And maybe Alex Wilder's mom. Like, they're probably, like, the coldest parents. So I get it. But y'all out here creeping, man. And y'all not even being smart about it. Y'all creeping with people who kill people. These people have killed people before. True. What happens when they find out?
And it seems like someone was involved in the death of some other parents that were formerly part of the Pride.
Yes. So it seems like the death of Molly's parents is directly correlated to what they were doing in some way, shape, or form. So, you know, I don't know. It seems a little suspicious that they died in a fire. It's worth noting in the comics, her parents actually aren't dead. Molly Hayes is actually the name of the character in the comics, but it's worth saying that, you know, her parents aren't actually dead in there, so it's definitely a change in the show. But interesting stuff right there. That's, I mean...
Indeed.
Interesting stuff right there. But anyway, guys, what do you think of our top 3 power rankings and our top 3 bum asses for the Runaways, episodes 1 through 3? Let us know what you think, and by all means, if you like this video, drop a like on the video and hit that subscribe button to join up with the spectacular Spoiler League.
And we know you like it.
And we know you like it because you already got this far. So if you're listening, you definitely liked it. Either that, or you just like pain, okay? Because if you didn't like it, then why are you putting yourself through 20 minutes of this? And by all means, turn on notifications so you can be up to date with the latest, greatest coming from the Spectacular Spoiler League. And in the comments section, let us know what your power rankings are. And if you want us to do this next week, let us know that too. We'll see you guys on the next one.
it.